Hi everyone, welcome back to Guitar Immerse YouTube channel. Alright, Line6 has just released version 3.1 firmware for Helix and HX Stomp. And it just felt like yesterday that they just released 3.0 with some awesome cool features. And here's 3.1. So kudos to Line6. Thank you so much for all the effort and the awesome tones that you're providing all the users. So what we're going to do today is I basically created a patch, okay, which is available for download on our website, and this patch is based off some of the new features that they have included in 3.1. Alright, so I'm just going to play through some of the tones and just walk through what I've added in, what are some of the newer things that I've added in, and then hopefully you have a better understanding and of what are the new features in 3.1. Now, I'm not going to cover all the new features, just a few of them. Okay, so the first thing is that they've came out with a new amp model, which is the Mandarin Rocker, which is based off an orange amp. Alright, so that will be the bass sound for this patch. Okay, it's going to use the orange, the Mandarin Rocker. Okay, I'm going into an IR. Okay, this IR, it's a Tone Junkie Alnico Silver IR, which is free for download on Tone Junkie's website. So if you have not checked out some of his IRs, they are awesome. Go and check it out. Okay, so these two things, the Mandarin Rocker and the IR. Alright, I've placed a tape delay, which is old stuff, right? Transistor tape, which has been there since day one. Okay, some of the new features are dynamic hall reverb. Wow, I was seriously blown away by the dynamic hall reverb. And I added in a retro reel as well. It's a little bit like a modulation stuff, supposedly based off like a tape machine, analog tape machine, and it gives you many different options like different wow and flutter, saturation, which gives a little bit of overdrive and things like that, which is pretty cool. All right. So this is Snapshot 1, okay, of the patch, and let's hear how it sounds. Wow, such lovely ambient tone that you can get just by turning on a few things. Okay, so I'm going to right now just turn off the retro reel. Alright, and what you have right now is just the amp, the IR, tape delay with the dynamic hall reverb. Okay, so let's hear how it sounds. Check out what does the retro reel actually does to your tone. Okay, the tone becomes a bit of a chorusy kind of an effect. Alright, not only that, the tone becomes a bit fatter, and adds a very nice modulation to your overall tone. Very good for ambient stuff. For all the church players out there, ambient stuff is the word, right? So this Retro Reel is amazing. It can even bring you to overdriven kind of a territory, which we won't talk about it right now. Okay, there's also a flutter. The flutter actually just makes your sound a bit more wobbly. So let's see if I bring up the flutter, you can hear it, how it sounds here. Hear the word kind of sound. That is the wow flutter. Alright. Okay, and there are many other options you can play around. But just by the default setting, when I turn it on, I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I just basically brought up the saturation to number 1, just to fatten the tone a little bit. Okay, and the dynamic hall, you can hear that the reverb, it doesn't cloud your tone, and you can still hear the clarity of your notes. Yeah. Okay, again, there are many parameters inside, like diffusion, damping, motion. You can EQ the thing. Okay, you can on the trail and stuff. I haven't on the trail yet. So yeah, there are many features that you can actually EQ. And the amazing thing is that at a 4-second decay, it's pretty long. Okay, you can move up to infinite kind of decay. All right, and you can have that infinite sustain of your reverb sound. So that's pretty amazing. Okay, so what I did was I actually did a stomp switch here, which will bring down the decay to about 2 seconds and the pre-delay to about 10. I believe it's 10. So when you step this button, straight away it becomes lesser in terms of your delay. You can off the delay with this stomp switch as well. So if you're doing some funky stuff, you can actually, bring down the reverb off the delay. You can keep it clean, not too much ambient, right? But if you want back ambient, you can step this button on your delay, and there you have it. So you have the option in Snapshot 1, right, to kind of have an ambient sound or a cleaner sound without much reverb, and you can turn on and off the delay as and when you need. Okay, the last stomp here, I've set it to a plus 3 dB in case you need a solo boost. Okay, this option is for you. Alright, so I set it to stomp mode on the HX Stomp because I have the MC6 here, which will then give me snapshot 1 on this button, snapshot 2, and then snapshot 3. So let's move on to snapshot 2 right now. Okay, snapshot 2, I've set it to have a Teemah turn on. Okay, so you can see here I've turned off the Retro Reel. Okay, I've turned on a Teemah, right, to give me a bit more drive. And what I did a bit more interesting right now is I cranked up the orange amp a little bit in terms of the drive, add a bit more mids, reduce the trebles a little bit, and reduce the channel volume a little bit, just to give me a bit more mid push in the sound that I prefer. Okay, so this is the sound. Okay, I'm going to bring down the dynamic hall as well, the reverb level, so it doesn't sound too overly cluttered. So here's how it sounds. a very good drive for your stage 1 kind of a tone. Okay, so you can also bring it to the ambient kind of level by just again pressing this knob and pressing the delay on, going to the neck pickup. You can have a nice ambient sound but a bit more driven. So that's Snapshot 2. Okay, now moving on to Snapshot 3. Okay, so for Snapshot 3, I basically increased the drive in the Orange Rocker amp model. Okay, I brought up the drive to about 3.7. The other settings are almost the same. Kept the Teemah on. Okay, so you can achieve a very nice drive kind of a sound. So I'm going to bring down the reverb. Okay, it's 2 and 10 ms. Okay, I'm going to off the delay. So that's just how here it sounds. What you can do now for a bigger lead line, okay, you can turn in your delay. All right, you can also turn back on the dynamic hall reverb to make it a bit longer. Okay, not only that, you can also do a solo boost, right, with the last switch. Okay, so here's without the solo boost. Solo boost. So a pretty extensive patch setup that you can move from an ambient sound all the way to a nice crunch sound to a kind of rhythmic lead kind of a tone. Okay, if you find that the drive is still not enough for you, hey, you can still bring up the drive in the Orange or the Mandarin Rocker amp, because the drive is less than half. It's still less than half. But if I were to crank it up a lot more, you can hear that the sound becomes even way larger. So just a quick one. So you can bring up the drive and let's hear how that sounds. So that's the drive at 6.0. Okay, so you have the option and the flexibility to change the drive as much as you want. But in the patch that I'm going to put on my website, okay, it's going to be around not so heavy. Okay, because in church we don't use so much gain. Alright, this patch will be available for download on our website, so feel free to try them out. Okay, drop in the comment below how you find the tones and the settings, and have fun with the patch basically. Okay, Line6 is awesome, has been doing a great job of giving us consistent updates, and not only updates but great updates, which makes HX Stomp even more valuable as time goes on. Alright, so play around with the dynamic hall because I believe this reverb has a lot of potential. Right now we just basically drop everything in, and we did a quick patch within an hour. Alright, hopefully this gives you a good understanding of the sounds that are new in the HX Stomp. There are a few other things like the red distortion, some delays as well. You can go and try them out. Alright, so basically have fun with it, enjoy it. Alright, if you like this kind of video, do give us a good thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for the latest videos. Okay, you take care, God bless, I will see you real soon. Bye.